all came from Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve, I don't know what color they were, it's not too clear in the Bible. If you trace it back to the family tree of Adam and Eve, we all connected, we all came from the same two people. So just because some of us moved to Alaska and didn't get a tan and stayed white, and some of us went to Africa and got black from the sun, doesn't mean that we need to be hating each other, you know?
What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time. My name is Christiana and I'm known as Curly Hair Monster across all my social medias, and today I'm here to talk about something a little bit more serious than usual. But before I even jump into the video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like and comment after the video if you like or have anything to say about the video. Getting into the video of the mixed girl tag. So I'm gonna just answer a couple of the questions and then I'll just say what I have to say about this topic. So the first question is, what are you mixed with? So like, firsthand, my mom is white. But then again, like, what even is white? Like, okay, like my mom is German, Irish, Polish, and Caucasian, I guess. Like, my mom's white, but she has all that other stuff going on. Then my dad is black, African American, Cuban, Native American, and according to my grandma, we have some French and some Ethiopian in there, but like, I'm not sure. There's probably other stuff that I mix with that I don't even know, but my three main things that I usually tell people is black, white, and Cuban, because my mom's white, my dad's black, and then my great grandpa is like straight from Cuba. So I say those are like my three main things. So yeah. What ethnicity am I always mistaken for? Puerto Rican. Straight Spanish, like Puerto Rican. Yeah, just Puerto Rican. A lot of people jump right to that. I've had a couple people call me white. I really don't see how. I don't know. Some people try to be like, oh, you're white. Like, no. My hair is obviously curly. It says, is your hair curly or straight? My hair is naturally curly. I just add water and that's it. I get a lot of questions like, what do you do to your hair to get it curly? I'm like, I wake up. That's it. What was coming from different backgrounds challenging growing up? So this has to do with like what I have to say on my own. Like, growing up, a challenge, I guess you could say, even a challenge now with being mixed is with so much of like the racial problems going on in the world right now, there's so many sides, like white, black, Spanish, and like people have their sides that they stand behind and they defend, and like that's their team or whatever. And it's kind of just like, when you're mixed, like you don't have a team, like you don't have a side, you're kind of just in the middle, and like all your halves, like all of your ethnicities that are in you are like coming at each other, like white and black people that, you know, have racial problems, or like white and Spanish people, but like I'm all of that in one. So when those things are happening, to be mixed, you're kind of just like, you don't really know like what to do. Like I know like racism, like the white people sometimes will be like, oh well, we're right, or like whatever race at the time will think they're right. But like when you're mixed, like right to me just seems like not having racism at all, you know, because I'm all races in one and I'm fine. Like, why can't we all just get along? So like, to be mixed, it's like hard to pick a side, because when you're so many things, you just want there to be no sides. Like, why can't everybody just come together? Like, why do we have to be so separate? So that was something. And also, like, when I was growing up, like where I went to school and like where I live is predominantly African Americans. So like when I was in school and certain issues in school would happen where it was like black kids and like something happened with a white kid, which was not very often because my school was very diverse and I'm very thankful for that, insulting each other back and forth, I kind of was just like, I don't want to be a hypocrite and like say one bad thing about either side, because I'm both, you know. So it was just hard to know like where to stand. So a lot of times I just wouldn't say anything. Like, I would just be neutral. Like, I mean, what can I say, you know? Like, at the end of the day, racism is wrong. There shouldn't be racism at all. And I will always be the first person to stand up and be like, why are we even fighting about this? We're all the same inside. Like, I will stand up and say that. But, like, as far as picking a side, I would never really, like, speak up about that. Because how can I pick a side, you know? When there's multiple sides in me. Have you ever been teased for being... Oh, wait, no, I skipped. What background do you embrace the most? I guess I would say... Like, I don't know. I never really thought about this. I guess I would say the African-American side. Because I don't even know why. Like I said, in school, I was always with my African-American friends. My whole family is all mixed or African-American except for 2 people. My mom, who's white, and her sister, my aunt, who's white. So, like, my whole life, I've just been around African-American people, my family, my friends at school, my environment where I live. That's just what I'm around all the time. So, to me, like, that's just what I guess I just think of the most when I think about, like, besides, like, when people ask me who I am, I'm like, I'm mixed. That's my first answer. But, like, if somebody said, well, what do you feel the most? I guess that one, I don't know. That's a hard question to ask a mixed person. Like, I just feel like I'm mixed. That's it, you know? Have you ever been teased for being different? I have never been teased for being mixed ever in my life. That has never happened to me, and I'm so thankful because I know some people say they are teased because of that, but no, I've never been teased in my life. The only thing that makes me mad is when someone tries to put me in a box, like, oh, no, you're white. Like, first of all, you don't even have the right to put me in a box of a race. Like, first of all, don't even get me started. Like you're Spanish. No, like, why are you trying to put me anywhere? Like, I'm mixed, that's it, leave it there. Like, that stuff makes me mad. Or if they're like, well, what are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm black, white. Well, you don't look like you have black in you. You don't look like you have white in you. Okay, I didn't ask you how I looked. I'm telling you what it is. What it is a fact, and what it is what it is. So, I don't know why you're trying to argue with me. Like, you don't look white. You don't look black. You're too light-skinned to be black, da-da-da. Like, okay, you want to see my mom and dad? Like, it just makes me mad when people try to tell me, or, oh yeah, I know your dad's black, but you're more white. I mean, look at you, you're more white. Like, no, there is no you're more this or that. Like, I'm half of my mother and my father. My mother has a bunch of races in her ethnicities. My dad has a bunch of ethnicities, and I'm just all of them together, so chill. What makes being multiracial a beautiful thing? Being mixed is beautiful to me because you look around and you see so much racism going on, so much hate for these races, but, like, and I'm just sitting here, all the races in one. And I feel like, how can I say this? Like so many races are fighting against each other and disagreeing with each other because of who they are. And, like, I'm just sitting here a part of both of those races. And I'm fine. I'm a human. Like, if you do understand what I'm saying, like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, you look around and you see people fighting over black and white and Spanish and da-da-da. But I am all of those things. So it's like it is possible for us to get along. It is possible because my mother, who's Caucasian, and my father, who's black, were able to come together and be in love and have a kid. And here I am. And, like, all 3 of those races live peacefully inside of me. Like, my insides aren't fighting each other like, oh, your heart is more white and my lung is, like, you know what I mean? Like, I have them all inside me and I'm fine, you know? So, I don't know. I feel like, to me, mixed people are kind of like a symbol that, like, it is possible to coexist. Like, it doesn't have to be so pick a side, one or the other. Like, it's possible. Any advice to someone who struggles with multiracial identity? If you struggle with being mixed, I mean, I've never struggled with it, so I don't know. Like I said, the only thing I struggle with is, like, when topics come up or situations come up where people are coming at each other from different sides that I'm both a part of, and I'm kind of just in the middle. So, like, if you struggle with that, I mean, I don't know what advice to give for that. I mean, it's really just up to you. Like, if you have something to say, like, just say it. Don't worry about if the people are going to think, well, you're not even fully black, so you can't say that. Or you're not even fully white, so you can't say that. Because I know I've been in those situations where, you know, one group of people were talking about something, and I felt as though, like, I had to second guess my desire to speak up because I didn't want that group of people to look at me and be like, well, you're not even one of us. You're only half of us. Like, you know, like you never really know how people are going to take you at that moment. Like I've been in a room full of African American people at church, and like they all completely put me in the white person box. Like I remember something happened where some kid was talking about something about white people. He was like, yeah, this white boy did this to me, blah, 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 at school. He was talking about one of his classmates that was white. And I remember the youth leader at the time looked at me and was like, oh, I'm sorry that he's, like, talking like that. And I'm looking at her like, what? Like, it's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. He's, like, you know, talking about Caucasian people like that. And I was just looking at her like, yeah, okay. Like, and I know, like my neighbors around my neighborhood when I was little, and like, you know how kind of like all the adults in the neighborhood will look out for the little kids. They would be like, oh, to my dad, I think they would be like, oh yeah, your daughter, the little Puerto Rican looking girl down the street, yeah, the little Spanish girl, and like stuff like that. And they'd be like, oh, the little Puerto Rican girl, and I'm just like, where did you get that from? So I think the only thing I struggle with being mixed is like being mixed in a society where racism is still alive and the ethnicities that are inside you living together are fighting out in the real world in real life against each other, and it's just a weird thing. And also, like I said, having other people put you in a box of what they perceive you as is so annoying, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be the white girl or the black girl or the Cuban girl. I want to be Christiana, the mixed girl. Like, I am mixed. That is what I am. I don't understand why people feel the need to pick out one thing in me that they see the most and put me there. Like, why can't I just be myself, you know? And at the end of the day, racism is so freaking stupid. We all are the same on the inside. It's honestly, like, the dumbest thing. We're all the same on the inside. We all believe the same. We all have the same skeletal makeup. I mean, literally our skin is just like our clothes. Like if I have a brown shirt and Bobby has a red shirt, but we can't like each other because his shirt's red, it's literally like that. Like, who freaking cares what color your skin is? It's really not that deep. And I'm a Christian, so I believe that we all came from Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve, I don't know what color they were. It's not too clear in the Bible. I mean, that can be debated what color Adam and Eve were, but like, in my belief, we all came from the same two people. So technically, we all connected at the end of the day. Like, if you trace it back to the family tree of Adam and Eve, we all connected. We all came from the same two people. So just because some of us moved to Alaska and didn't get a tan and stayed white, and some of us went to Africa and got black from the sun, doesn't mean that we need to be hating each other, you know? So I will always say racism is dead. Racism is not dead, but it needs to be dead because it's so freaking stupid. We all need to love each other. The world has already got enough screwed up crap as it is. And I just really hope and pray that racism can end one day and we can all just love each other together. But until that day comes, I'm going to just continue being me, mixed and in the middle, you know, and I'm going to just keep praying to Jesus that he can change people's hearts and turn people towards getting along and being peaceful, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, so that's really what I have to say about the mixed girl tag and the questions. So like, comment, and subscribe. Leave any comments down below. Please don't leave no negative comments, because I know that talking about racism can be such a touchy subject. Someone will always find something that you said offensive to pull out and rip apart. I'm not trying to be offensive in any way. This is just the mixed girl tag, how I feel about being mixed, in my own personal opinion. I'm not saying that I struggle more than any other ethnicity because I'm mixed and I don't have a corner to stand in. I'm not saying anything like that. So yeah, don't come at me in the comments, guys. This is just the mixed girl tag. It's not that deep. But yeah, so I hope to see you guys on my channel in the future. I hope that you guys will subscribe. So also follow me on Instagram as usual at curlyhairmonster_, and I will see you guys in the next video. So